Today I'm here with Nicole Provonchee. She's a keynote speaker, a strategist, an executive coach, and a hardworking mom. She has rocked our mPower stage on several occasions, and today she's going to share some of her best advice with us. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Give us a little bit more about yourself. I just gave the highlights.
Thank you. So after 20 years of being an executive, working mostly in the healthcare industry, I decided to follow my passion at the age of 44, start a new career, and became a certified executive coach, focused on working with women professionals. So I travel the country speaking and working with clients, mostly professional women that they're already successful and they want to become even more successful.
Well, what drew me to you is your headline, Women Need to Stop Sabotaging Themselves. Can you tell us more?
You know, we all have this voice in our head. I was actually just talking about this with someone earlier today. And my hope would be that I can help women identify that voice, identify those habits and those behaviors that are just standing right between us and greater success. So trying to figure out what are those unique things that you're doing that are holding you back from your greatness. And so that's what coaching is about, and that's what I try to do in my public speaking. So that's what I mean by saying people sometimes sabotage themselves. Like, let's figure out how to get out of our own way.
How did you become so comfortable on stage? I've seen you several times, and you're just up there, you don't even look at notes, and you're off and running. How did you develop that confidence?
Thanks. You know, I've always loved being on stage, but it is really a practice. And so I have tried really hard to watch other great speakers and other people that are doing this, other women that have gone out there and just blow people off the stage. And it's really a craft that I try to hone. I am very comfortable up there, but just because you're comfortable doesn't mean you're good. So I work really hard to try and bring the audience in, because this is all about me helping you find your own answer. So that's what I try to do on stage.
Mm-hmm. And if you could change one thing about the way women hold themselves back, what would you change?
You know, going back to that voice in your head, I really talk about volume dials. Can you turn down the volume of the critical voice, the one that's negative? And how do you turn up the self-promotion, the self-advocacy, the voice that says, you know what, I'm amazing, and I need to tell the world more about my uniqueness and how I can help the company get from here to there.
So quiet
the
negative voice,
negative Nelly, right?
And really get comfortable turning up, being your authentic self and all of that, what your unique perspectives are and how you show up.
Absolutely, and knowing what those are and being able to name them in a way that other people can understand it. So I'm a good communicator. So I will tell you, you know, I'm good at communications. And so that's something that I know about myself and I can articulate. And so you're great at building relationships and articulating the brand promise of mPower. And so that's something you can articulate. I try to help women figure out how can they articulate what it is that they do so well so that other people can empower them to do it.
That is really great advice. And as we've talked about, you've been on the mPower stage several times, so you've gotten to know the mPower community. What are your observations?
I think I mentioned this to you earlier this week. Your group asks the best questions, which says to me they're engaged, they want to be here, and they're invested in their own success and the success of their organizations. And so one of the things I love is not only are the questions I get at the Q&A period, but all the people that come up after me or contact me on email afterwards and say, what about this scenario and how can I lean into this? So what I love about your audience is the engagement. They really are here to learn how they can be even more successful. They're already successful just by being here, but they want to level up. And so that's what I think is so exciting about speaking to these groups time and time again.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me here today. And you are an official mPower member.
Thank you.